using the brush library in Photoshop. There are a total of 15 brush libraries that are pre-installed with Photoshop. Let me show you where to find those. When I go to my brushes panel, go to brush presets panel. Remember, they're usually together. In order for me to see what's going on, I should have a painting tool active. But when I use this drop-down menu, you can see all of the different brush libraries. With the painting tool active, I'm going to navigate to my brushes panel. Remember, these are all my brush chips that I have available at the moment. Brush presets panel shows me some of these presets. I'm going to go ahead and use the menu, the options menu with the brush presets. Here is where you will find those 15 libraries. So let's just say I want to have some square brushes or special effect brushes. When I click on one of those, it'll ask me if I want to replace the existing brushes. That would be okay. Or I can choose append. By appending, I'm adding them to the end of the current options. So I'm not taking anything away, I'm just adding. I like to append. So when I append, the new brushes are added at the bottom. And here they are. So I have some really interesting butterfly, petal crystals, granite, tumble planets, all kinds of fun stuff. And if I go over here to brush, you can see that those were added in here. Here's the planet. Here's some interesting. So here's where then I can change the effects here. I can include some scattering with this one. Let's scatter it a bit. And let's do a shape dynamic so we get a different variety of shapes here. Let's space it. And so now if I go out onto my artboard, I'm going to create a new layer. And I can use my square brackets to increase, decrease size, but if I simply just click and drag, this is what's going to happen with my brush. So a lot of really interesting effects that can be done with a brush. A brush just isn't a solid linear stroke. With many of our brushes, we also have an airbrush effect. The airbrush effect is up here in the options menu. And the airbrush enables us to affect how that flow of paint is sprayed while the mouse is pressed. So you can create more of a diffused effect on the edges of the pixels. You can use this option with not only the brush tool, but with the mixer brush tool, the history brush tool, the dodge tool, the burn tool, and the sponge tool. So if I go ahead and paint this time, when I let my cursor sit in one area, it condenses.